I'm here with Rachel Thornton, CMO of Adobe Enterprise. Rachel, welcome back to TITV. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, we spoke about 6 months ago at
Yes.
Adobe Max.
Yes.
Now we're here at Adobe Summit.
Yes.
Walk me through some of the releases that you guys are making this week here on the ground.
Yeah. First, I'm super excited that you guys are here at Summit. This is a big event for us. It's 14,000 people. We're kicking it off day one today. And I think it's a really interesting time for marketers. When creative teams think about just all of the things that are happening, whether it's around brand discovery and the rise of LLM search, if it's around content and how do I make enough content to sort of satisfy consumer demands for, content that feels personalized, and then building the right experience across a lot of different touch points. I think marketers are hungry to figure out, okay, how do I combine creativity, marketing, and AI to bring this to life? That, I think, understanding that context is what makes it exciting. I'm very excited about our Adobe CX Enterprise announcement. When we think about customer experience orchestration, like I talked about a minute ago, like how do you orchestrate experiences, content, journeys across a lot of different surfaces and places where customers are, Adobe CX Enterprise is that purpose-built solution to make that happen, to bring that to life for marketers.
So I'm a marketer and I have to figure out how am I going to get all this content out there?
Right.
How can AI help me do that?
Exactly. And that's what Adobe CX Enterprise is. So how do you take the data that you have on customers? How do you take the journey orchestration you want to do? And then how do you create content at scale across so many different channels now so that you really are delivering an experience that it feels like it's speaking to you directly. And then I think with looking at the importance of amplifying your marketing team, your creative team, we've talked about agents. Everyone's talking about those purpose-built agents. But with Adobe CX Coworker, which is the other thing we're going to talk about, it's lots of things, but this is a way to say, all right, I'm as a marketer, I now can orchestrate across my team members, across my agents. I can define goals. CX Coworker can execute on those goals. I think that is a great way for now marketers to be able to take a step back and say, hey, there's some signals I want to take in from my customers, from my industry, from my environment. And if those signals happen, no matter when they happen, as long as I have my coworker teammate who can say, okay, great, that competitive signal came in from a channel, or I'm selling beauty products and that beauty product has popped because of an influencer, coworker can say, hey, let's respond to that. Let's build a campaign. Let's get it out there.
So coworker, is it like a marketing assistant that
think about it like that.
Reads the results of all these campaigns that you put out there and then comes to you and says, hey, just so you know, your social campaigns are performing better. You should do X,
let's do some more social campaigns. And now the marketer is in this great position of like, hey, as I look across my team, how do I get my marketers who can build content, build experiences, but how do I amplify that team, have them move faster, have them be more agile? And I think Coworker is that great example of how do you have your AI coworker is like, hey, here's how we're helping you build campaigns. Here's how we're going to make sure that if this thing happened, we can build the right campaign or the right experience around it. And then the marketer can look at it and say, yes, that looks great. Let's go. Or maybe that's not meeting the mark on the beauty product I did want to position. Let's see if we can redo it. So I think that's exciting for Coworker. And then I think the other thing that's really exciting is Adobe Brand Intelligence. If you think about the rise of all of this content that marketers have to create, you absolutely have to make sure it's on brand, right? If you want to make sure it's governed, it's compliant, it's brand ready, and that you can scale those brand guidelines across assets, across teams, Adobe Brand Intelligence helps you do that without having any sort of brand drift. Like I made 50 different assets or 5,000 different assets, but maybe the first one looked great, the last one didn't. Adobe Brand Intelligence, exactly. It's consistent. There's no brand drift. It has all of your guidelines, embedded in it, and all of your designers, all of your marketers can make content, make it faithfully, deliver that brand experience faithfully.
So, look, the idea of using an assistant or even an agent to help read what's effective on the marketer's end, I mean, that's one way that marketers could be using AI. The other way that I want to get your take on here is this idea that you are now not just marketing to people, but now we have a sea of agents crawling the internet.
Yes.
And so if I am a retailer and I've put these advertisements out there, look, people might see them, but really now there's the agents that have
Right,
to
right.
read the internet. And so how do you advise chief marketing officers to think about that? I mean, how are you helping customers show up better to agents
Right.
right now? Talk about that.
I think about it as an audience. It's a conversation my team and we've been having a lot over the last several months. It's like, if you think about the audiences a marketer has to go after, agents become an audience, right? So you have to think, I'll give you a good example. In brand discovery, if you see the rise of people looking for information using ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, you have to not only think about, all right, what are the humans doing? What are my customers doing? But what are the agents doing that are basically reading the information I have, making sure that agents are just as educated on what you're providing so that you do show up well in LLMs. But when you begin to sort of think about it as this is an audience. So like any audience, how do I need to think about educating them, engaging them, making sure I have the right content, making sure I've built the right experiences? It just, in this day and age, makes sure your brand shows up better, right? Your offerings show up better. And I think any marketer, who's been dealing with audiences for their whole career, they're going to get that. They're going to say, great, if this is an audience, how do I think about educating, training that audience?
So what's the answer to that question then? How do you show up better to agents?
So
to
if
bots, essentially.
Right, exactly. So if you go back a couple of years, I think people would have said, I have my website's for people. I don't want to have bots scraping my website. That maybe wouldn't be a good thing. But now it's like, no, you have to think about it as, this is the website I want to make sure my customers are seeing, and this is the website and the content really that I want to make sure agents are seeing. So how are you making that machine readable? How are you making that agent readable so that that content, that information that you want to show up is showing up? Right. And I think if I look at products like Adobe LLM Optimizer, that's what we're helping you do, is understand what is the experience that you want to build for humans? Again, if you come to your website, or what is the experience you want to build for agents to make sure that you show up well as agents consume that information, and then it gets ingested and trained from models.
I want to ask you about AI adoption broadly speaking. Are you seeing any resistance at all to people adopting AI? This idea that I don't know, I kind of like my job. Why would I want a bot to do it for me?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any fear in the enterprises that you work with of adopting these tools?
I think, if you think about sort of ground zero for a lot of this disruption, Silicon Valley, and then you think about the West Coast. And then as you move sort of in concentric circles outwards, there's going to be varying levels of adoption, varying levels of people embracing it. There's no CMO I'm talking to that is like, okay, this isn't a thing. Every CMO is like, yes, I understand this disruption across sort of the key marketing work streams in my world. So whether it's brand discoverability, whether it's content, whether it's customer experiences. So now help me figure out how to do it. And then I think when we're talking to teams, the hunger, the thing that we're getting a lot of requests for is, what do I need to know? Like, what's my primer on everything I need to know about thinking about marketing and the intersection of marketing and AI? So I think it has to do, to me, with there's a velocity of adoption depending on, the industry, the brand, the company. But everybody realizes, hey, this is something I have to understand that's happening, but now understand, more importantly, how to navigate it, right? How do I make sure I'm not just bolting things on or not really thinking end-to-end about my brand experience and my customer experience? How am I really thinking about embedding AI into all of my work streams? So I think there is definitely that hunger to learn and to navigate it and to make sure that you're navigating successfully these shifts. But I think the adoption may vary depending on industry, like I said, industry brand, where you are, et cetera. So I think that's where we're helping customers, is sort of figuring out, hey, how do we help educate you on where you are? And then how can we help you do more?
I mentioned at the start of the conversation, we spoke 6 months ago at Adobe Max. And look, we're at a pace of innovation right now where a month feels like a year. And so a lot has changed in the last 6 months. What do you think has changed about the AI conversation in the last 6 months that you think is emblematic of the way you think people are going to be talking about it from here on in?
It's not just the pace of change. I think it is understanding how this change and the paradigm shifts across things, how you have to think about them, how you have to implement them. I also think there's this, and I've talked about this before, it gives you a chance, I think, to experiment more, and that experimentation becomes important so you can really figure out what will work for you, for your brand, for your offerings, for your customer base. And so I think there'll be more agility than I think marketers have had in a while. I think the speed at which you can do things, create things, will give you the ability to experiment more. But I also think there is this concept of how do you think about agents as an audience? Not only, an audience you're talking to, but even internally, as there's lots of conversations, especially between, I think, CMOs and CIOs about who are the tech vendors we're working with, what's our agent strategy, how would we have agents internally, how do we orchestrate internal agents. I think there's a lot still to learn about how are you doing that training, how are you doing that skilling, if you want to say, you want to think about that for agents. How do you want them to show up? I think that's an interesting conversation now.
And how do you do? I mean, this is a question that I've started to ask myself. Is how do I be on the forefront of these tools? It's a question I'm sure you're thinking about as well.
Yes.
How do we make our own people on the forefront of these tools? You hear companies sending their engineers back to coding boot camp, right? Yep. It's like relearning things. How do you think about upskilling your own people in this environment?
Like I said, I definitely think the skilling, the training, just the education in general, right? Like I think of it as just how do I learn about what's going on in the industry? And this is what, as a team, we're doing all the time. We love you guys as a source of information. But like, how am I learning? How am I keeping abreast of what's happening? But more importantly, how am I kind of changing the paradigm I've had for how things happen and how we now work in this world of people and agents? Like we've been, on our team, we've been experimenting with, okay, great. We're not just having purpose-built agents who maybe build us an audience. We're actually having teams say, hey, we needed to understand, for example, content operations. Well, we built an agent for that. We built a conversational UI for that. And I think that gives everyone a chance to get hands-on with not only building, but using these tools and figuring out what's the right way to use them. We're actually doing a fun session here where we will have people come in, customize agents, Adobe agents, and then have them complete problems like, hey, create a campaign artifact. And it's interesting to see how that works, see how agents talk to each other, how agents, work together to solve a task. So I think it's examples like that and, experiences like that where marketers are really learning. And I think leaning into that is going to be, that's what I think is going to be the thing that happens over the next year or so, is like really getting deep with, if this is a new audience, if these are new, supporting cast for the marketers, how do we get them educated and trained up and working, with the marketers to achieve a task?
Great. Well, Rachel, I want to thank you for having us here. That is Rachel Thornton from Adobe here on TI TV.